Welcome to the Leaders Insights podcast. Today's episode feature stores the missing infrastructure layer in your ML data supply chain. Everyone blames the model when their AI project dies. You're telling me that's usually wrong.
Almost always wrong. When I audit failed machine learning projects, systems that predict something from data, maybe 1 in 10 died because the model was bad. The rest choked on the data supply chain, the plumbing that gets numbers to the model.
That sounds like a convenient excuse for data scientists who can't build good models.
It would be, except the failure mode is depressingly specific. It's called training serving skew. In plain terms, the data you trained your model on doesn't match the data it sees in production, so the thing that looked brilliant in the lab quietly rots in the real world.
Give me a concrete version of that.
Fraud detection. You build a feature, a computed signal, called average transaction size over the last 30 days. In training, your data scientist calculates it one way in Python. In production, an engineer re-implements it in Java under time pressure and rounds differently, or uses a slightly different 30-day window. Now your model is being fed a number that means something subtly different from what it learned on.
And nobody notices because the system still returns an answer.
Exactly. It doesn't crash. It just gets quietly worse. Your fraud catch rate drops 3 points, you blame the model, you retrain, and you fixed nothing because the pipe is still leaking.
So the feature store is supposed to be the fix. Sell me on why it's not just another dashboard nobody opens.
A feature store is one place where you define a feature once, the actual computation, and both training and production pull from that same definition. One source of truth for average transaction size. The whole class of skew bugs I just described disappears because there's no second implementation to disagree with the first.
One place, one definition. That's it? That's the missing infrastructure layer everyone's excited about?
The idea is boring. The discipline is rare. Uber built the first serious one, Michelangelo, back around 2017 because they had hundreds of models and every team was reinventing the same features. They reported cutting the time to get a new model into production from months to days. That's their number, so rate it as a vendor would sell it. But the direction is real.
Months to days sounds like the kind of figure a vendor prints on a billboard.
It does, and I'd discount the headline. But the durable lesson underneath is what matters. Features are reusable assets, not one-off code you throw away after each project. Once customer lifetime value is defined properly once, the next 12 models use it for free. The value compounds. That's the part serious operators internalized years ago.
So why doesn't everyone have one?
Because it's infrastructure. And infrastructure has no demo. You can't show a feature store to the board and get applause. It's a seatbelt. Nobody thanks you for it until the crash you prevented never happens. So it loses budget fights to the shiny model that gets a press release.
Let me push harder. If I'm a mid-sized company with 5 models, not 500, am I building a cathedral for a village?
Fair. At 5 models, a managed one, Databricks and Tecton both sell hosted versions. Makes more sense than building your own. And honestly, at 2 models, a well-documented shared library might be enough. The mistake isn't skipping the store. It's letting every team recompute the same feature in isolation and calling that a strategy.
So the real product isn't the software. It's the rule.
The rule is, a feature gets defined once and consumed everywhere. The store is just how you enforce it at scale. Companies fixate on buying the tool and skip the governance, then wonder why they have 3 conflicting definitions of active user living inside their expensive new store.
Give me the one thing a listener does Monday morning.
Pick your most important production model. Take its top 5 features and ask one question. Is each computed by the exact same code in training and in serving? If you can't answer that in 10 minutes, you've found your next outage. Fix that before you buy anything.
That's your 5. The full CDO track, structured, no fluff, is at mba-training.com.